Hello everyone, I'm Amari and welcome back to Disco Elysium. For this episode, I'll have my camera on because I am way less tired and I guess I look less terrible than I have been the last few days. If it's too distracting, I could remove it for the rest of the videos or I could just sprinkle them in sporadically. I don't know. Anyways, let's get back into the game because I'm really excited to play. Okay, what was on the docket for today? So we have to go to the pawn shop. Right, where is it? South? I think I remember him saying south. I think it was south. Okay, we're gonna go south. I don't think they're south. I think here's south. Time doesn't move anyways. We're gonna be sleeping so late. An ancient fountain. It doesn't pump water anymore. There's a tree in it. How will I know where the pawn shop is? What's this? Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Plastic wrap, macaroni stamped with humanitarian aid. This says humanitarian aid, tuna fish, not for resale. Oh, this seems like a pawn shop place. This says speakers from the people of Samara. This says food gift from the people of Messina. What the hell is a pawn shop? A helpline to the company that controls the drawbridge. Hot air rises from the sewer, sour, acrid, acidic, and strangely comforting. What the hell's pawn shop? Is it like down here? Here? Maybe here. Maybe if we just keep going south. There's nowhere else to go. Maybe this is it, actually. What's this? What's this? Click it. Water locked out of order until Wednesday, 7:15 a.m. What day is it? Day 1. Alright, cool. Roy's Pawn Shop. Fast cash for faster times. That's where we need to go. There's stuff in here. Some kind of machine, an antique cash register. A bust of a woman. The plaque simply says DEI. In the dark, a film projector is whirring away. Is that Roy? Most military wear with a few more eccentric fashions thrown in.
A typical Martinaise streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Let your gaze run over the street light.
The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently.
Do I have to sleep? Can I stay up all night? Or do I have to
This
sleep?
would make quite a statement in your living room.
Wait, in my living room? But I've never been in my living room, or I don't remember it. Is this a street light?
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
His manner is casual, but his speech is careful, measured. He wants you to know that he has nothing to hide.
Where did you get this?
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property.
Oh, he leans in so the pawnbroker doesn't hear him.
You
I
have
can't
to
talk
admit it's
today.
rather clever what he's done with it.
He pauses, studying the light. How much for the street light? Look at me
700
already.
real. A bargain, I dare say.
Why are you out of your mind? There's just there's one just like that on every corner.
The light has undergone 3 transformations, and every transformation, large or small, has a price tag.
He rests his elbow on the counter and brings his face closer to the glass.
The light has been removed and rewired. That's 2 transformations.
Oh,
But
come
what
on.
about the third?
I get how sawing it off and redoing the wiring could add to the cost, but what else?
The most important transformation is the light's placement among ordinary indoor fixtures, which has adjusted its morphological field. The light became suitable for use inside the home just a few days ago.
He throws you a look of weary patience.
Okay, that checks out.
700. There's nothing else you need to know about the light. Screw that. What's this?
Wow, A very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah, the
Oh,
print
yeah.
depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Heimdall burning.
Heimdall! I'm a fan of this. I need to buy a Heimdall book. Sniff the t-shirt.
Smells like worn cotton and a little old sweat there.
Nice.
Worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin.
Sniffing is okay, but please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy.
What? That's a rad man from Heimdall t-shirt you've got there.
Hell yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
I don't usually carry printed tees, but this one was just pure exemplar.
Oh, we have a lot in common. I'm a big fan of the man from Heimdall too.
I wouldn't go so far as to say that I'm a fan, but I do think the Heimdall saga is an integral part of our shared reality. Most people don't think that the man from Heimdall really existed, but they're wrong.
They are wrong. Wait, what do you mean the man from Heimdall was real?
I mean,
Oh.
even if the man from Heimdall didn't exist before the adventure novels, the stories have made it so that he has. It's simple, really.
Okay.
He sounds
You
incredulous.
sound skeptical. It's not that complicated. All that's required is a more robust understanding of cause and effect. Besides, I've been to Kotla, though not quite as far north as the Heimdall, and watched northern lights travel across the sky. Very unique, energetic tides there.
It's for the best, because Heimdall is not a real place, and thus he could not have gone there. His theory isn't exactly incoherent, but its logic does suggest some unusual neural activity. Interesting.
How much are you selling the shirt for?
2 real.
Oh, I'd still be able to afford my dice tomorrow.
That's dirt cheap.
Couldn't you just give it to me for free then?
But why?
The man from Heimdall is a superstar. I'm a superstar. It would be perfect.
I suppose that makes sense, yes. Please
That
go ahead
worked.
and take it. Welcome to Heimdall.
Hell yeah! I'm gonna wear this shirt. Where is this shirt? Physical Hell yeah. Goes so well with my tie. Saving. Oh, this is my favorite shirt.
The boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels.
Stand on the tips of your toes to see more.
One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Are you sure this is all in working order?
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres. Even though I don't really like music.
What I really want to know is, could this device come in handy in my police work?
If police work means playing tapes, sure. You can use it for that.
I need it to
Or
sing.
any other time you'd need
Oh,
to
no.
play a tape.
I just need a tape. Shop, keep this Stereo 8 approved machine
It's
here.
the
Does it have a tape
Harman
inside
Welsh
it?
W2.
12.
Made in Vespa. Designed in Seoul. Plays all reel-to-reel formats. 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real.
Okay, I can't afford that. I have dice to pay for tomorrow. That's all. What else is in here? What's this? Cabinet.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty.
Inspect the knights on horseback.
Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks, the kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
Point at the knight on horseback. These are Franco-Nigerian cavalry, right?
Mm-hmm. I used to be very serious about my Franco-Nigerian knights.
He looks at the dusty figurines in the dim light. Inspect the blue uniforms.
They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets.
What exactly are these?
Which ones? Ah, royalist soldiers from the time of the Revolution. The uniforms are painted a bit too brightly, I suppose.
Inspect the figurines in rags.
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks.
Are these even soldiers?
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes?
Yes.
Yes, they are soldiers, revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
It's meant to give people hope. The contrast is meant to be disheartening, as it ought to be.
I don't like either set very much, to be honest. But there are many parents among my customers.
Yeah. Alright. What is this? Dip up a truly cool figurine in the box under... What's dip up? A truly cool figurine. The hell does this mean? I don't know this slang. Dip up a truly cool figurine in the box under the table.
Why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse? A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say found.
What is this? Show it to the shopkeep.
Oh, that's the Headless Phone Rider.
Who?
The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head.
He points at the decapitated figurine.
50 cents. Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
He lost his cap when he lost his head. Perhaps he's looking for the head.
I mean, 50 cents. Yeah, why not? Purchase the Headless Fawn Rider and his cap.
Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky?
It is? It's lucky?
Always carry it with
I
you.
will. Alright, step away from the table. Let's take a look at this item. Oh, it's riding a... Okay. Yeah, it's just a cap. No head. Head not included. It's map. Novelty. Oh man, from Hyundai series. I gotta go get those Hyundai series. Okay, let's sell these spinners.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
The man at the counter turns to you slowly.
What can I do for you?
Now that the RCM is here, tell me, have you had any trouble lately?
I haven't had any problems myself, though some of my customers have complained about inconsistent law enforcement.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake. People who are terminally bored.
He sounds terminally bored.
As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Quite a collection. I may have something to add to it.
It keeps me entertained.
His attention is drawn once more to the play of light and shadow on the walls behind you.
He's well composed, but underneath it you sense psychedelic processes bubbling. Some kind of drug, maybe.
Ooh.
Entertained. He might be high. If he is, on what?
Roy's prices are strange, odd brain activity, composure, notice psychedelics. Alright. Let's see if... What is he on? What is he on?
feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard, he's probably on Pyrrolidon. It's tough to come by on the street.
Pyrrolidon, what is
A
that?
drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Oh. Should I just go straight to the point? I feel like I have no shame. I've been shameless. I took off my pants in front of someone. So where does a man get Pyrrolidon these days?
How would I know?
He takes a step back studying you. Chill out, man. I'm a chill cop who just wants some of what you're having. Wink.
Pyrrolidon is just something since the People's Power disaster.
What's that? He coughs as if to mark his words.
I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade. Had to take it for radiation sickness.
He's taken it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
Oh, must have been tough. Radioactive cleanup.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened, and why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile.
What is this pile?
So much disappointment, and early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
Whose fault was it that the generator failed?
No one's.
Oh.
Everyone's.
He sighs and shakes his head.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
The people's pile, what is that?
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you too.
Me?
The People's Pile was a Type U particle decay generator that failed immediately after entering service, releasing radioactive waste into River Esperance.
Why is it called the people's pile?
Construction began during the Commune of Revachol. The people continued work on it after the Commune fell. They wanted a cheap source of energy for Revachol West. Needless to say, things didn't work out.
So what is a particle decay
A
generator?
primitive nuclear reactor, also called a pile.
Oh, why did it fail?
An emergency valve defect resulted in steam pressure blowing the turbine, taking the fuel containment vessel up in the explosion. Both the faulty design and lack of finances contributed to the catastrophe.
Tell me more about this emergency relief brigade that you were part
We
of.
were an all-volunteer force, self-organized. Tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill.
On the patch, gamma radiation lines crossed with a red drop of blood.
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance. Didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick.
He looks at the spiraling light and stops. How did you end up running a pawn shop?
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinaise. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but...
He shrugs. Okay, thank you for telling me. Conclude.
I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
He still didn't tell me where he got his drugs from,
Gotta
though.
get in on those vortices, my man.
Can you share your Pyrrolidon? I don't know what's going on with me. I don't know why I'm buying drugs and
Have
alcohol
you
and
tried
cigarettes.
it before?
The lieutenant steps away, pretending to admire some of the knickknacks on display. Looks like he doesn't want to get involved.
Oh man, Kim doesn't want to say
He
anything.
won't be your knock, but he won't be thrilled about this either.
I have it, but don't worry, I can take
If you
it.
say so. Here you go, man.
He just gave it to me. He presents a large cap-shaped object on the palm of his hand, very odd-looking.
Yes, darling. That's the coalition government ordained Parolidon. Straight into your gut.
Thanks, man. Take the. Why am I taking this?
Of course.
I have it in my bag now. I don't know. I thought he wouldn't. I thought he wouldn't give it to me. There's something I'd like to sell.
We'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Look at Kim. He like returns like, please, can we just do this now?
Rory takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them. The spinners appear iridescent in the dancing light of his pawn shop.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump-a-mesk banger? No matter. I'll give you 200 real.
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
The lieutenant explains as the pawnbroker opens the register and counts the cash.
Of course. I meant no offense. 200 real for you, officer. Delightful doing business with you. Do come again.
Thank you.
He takes the cash, then turns
Here's
to
the
you.
130 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it.
The rest goes in his pocket. Oh, I thought I would be able to take the whole 200,
The
but I
rest
guess
is
he
for
needs it.
him, to compensate for the pain of being separated from his radiant spinners.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Woo. I can sell my clothes, which I'm not going to do. I'm a hoarder. I have a fascinating photo of a corpse here. Show him the photo.
Oh.
I don't know why I'm showing it to
no.
him.
I don't like those kinds of objects. No sale.
No. Do you know what the tattoos mean?
Aphotic paths. Counter-radiance networks. Anti-magnetism. It's darkness. That's all I know. Sell me something lighter.
You have absolutely no idea what aphotic paths are, but the tattoos on the man are not that.
I don't want to sell him anything. I just want to show him the photo. I don't have anything to sell at the moment.
Another time, perhaps.
You might be able to aid our investigation.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Know anything about the recent hanging?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business. Bad for everyone.
He doesn't know anything.
Think you could help me get a corpse out of a tree?
The corpse behind the hostel, I assume. I don't have a truck with a mounted platform or anything of that sort myself. Ask around the harbour. There might be some workers there who'd be willing to help.
I'm gonna ask dock workers to help take down the corpse, but weren't they the ones that we're kind of suspecting? All right, that's all I've got.
Pawnbroker's gaze
By
is
the way,
already fixed on the dancing colors.
do you happen to have any guns like the ones carried by officers of the Citizens Militia?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
I pawned it? Oh no!
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. Whatever
Damn it.
noble intentions you once had as a police officer, it's eating them all up.
I don't have the morale for that.
You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
I've wasted my life protecting humans. They don't deserve
I don't
it.
dispute that you have been charged with protecting the people of a particularly challenging district. But poverty does not
I will
make
come
one a
back for
loser.
that gun.
Poverty.
I
is
will
just
catch up to that
poverty.
point to get the money, and then we'll head to the Whirling Rag.
Nothing you can
When I have something that will fix my morale, I guess I have to go back to the convenience store. I will come back here and ask about the gun that I apparently pawned a few days ago. Because it seems I take a morale hit when I discover that I'm the one that pawned my own gun, which is bizarre. What's this? Oh, hell. Tire tracks lead onto the roof. The slush and rain almost wash them off. Okay, I will explore here tomorrow. I don't know if we actually need to sleep. Maybe we do. Maybe we don't. But let's pay off our debt. And go to sleep for the night.
Can I help you?
So about the money I owe.
Yes, have you got it?
I have your money.
Well,
Slam the bills down on the counter. I hope you choke on it. No, I don't want to be mean to him. I don't want to do it. Oh, no, here's the 130 real.
great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow. The electronic lock to your room has been disabled till 9 p.m. tomorrow. Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
I need more money?
I'll take a room here too.
He opens his wallet.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
I need to get, because I have to spend 10 tomorrow for my dice, so I need to get more money? Goodbye. Do I need to sleep? Is that a thing that I need to do? Maybe I should start selling stuff to the pawn shop guy, but I don't want to. What do I want to level up? Oh, damn, if only I had more for shivers. I do like conceptualization. Don't know, this one has been fun. We'll see. I'll save it for when I need it. So now, find more money. You need 20 real to pay for another night. As long as you don't have a free place to stay, you'll have to do this every night? I'd rather find a free place to stay, to be honest. Maybe that I can make that my priority in exploring tomorrow. Where's Kim gonna stay? Is he gonna stay in this room? Fine. Kim, you come with me into my room. We'll hang out.
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Good night, Lieutenant.
Just a moment.
Oh.
You had some questions earlier, I believe.
Yeah.
And besides, we should discuss our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
All right, let's go. Didn't we already debrief?
The
Great
air
place to
outside
stay.
is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then,
Where shall we begin? We should talk about the investigation, first and foremost. But I also remember you wanting to discuss the RCM?
I didn't know you smoked, Kim.
I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
I think I might want to pick up smoke. What am I doing? Why am I'm doing drugs or I have them in my pocket. Been drinking. I'm thinking about smoking. Or I should compliment him. How did you get so cool, Kim?
You mean this? This isn't cool.
Oh.
It's an unnecessary trial of will and unhealthy.
He flicks the ash.
Yet, were he to quit, he would lose the cool factor. This man relishes his cool quite a bit below it all.
Okay, I think I might want to pick up smoking. Do you have any more cigarettes?
I apologize, but I only brought one with me.
Oh,
I have exactly one cigarette every night while going over my notes.
understandable. Right then, the debrief.
Yes. It's been a
Debrief.
long and eventful day.
He pulls on the cigarette. How do you think today went?
Well, we inspected the victim's body, so that's good. It was not easily approachable in that state, but we did it. I would say our initial inspection was very thorough, and we have solid leads to follow up on. Then you shot him in the chest, which wasn't ideal, and we still have to get him down from the tree.
I didn't mean to shoot him.
By not ideal, he means he can't believe he let you try that trick and would be angry if he didn't feel the outcome was partly his responsibility.
I still can't believe I missed that shot.
Being sober tends to help with precision. But moving on to the interviews, we weren't able to find the union leader, Everard Clare, much less interview him. So that's on the to-do list for tomorrow.
Okay,
We didn't talk to the Wild Pines rep. We really must do that tomorrow.
where is that? But they weren't here, were they? They said they're in a box? In the union box?
Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot.
I
Is that a
do.
stand-up Precinct 41 practice?
I don't know why I do things, Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
It's impressive. especially for a man your age. And in those heels.
He nods thoughtfully, tapping his finger on his cigarette.
Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange.
He looks at your snakeskin shoes and smiles suddenly. Oh, he complimented me. So, what are our powers exactly? The RCM?
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
Wouldn't 1,000? Why not more?
The RCM's primary role is to ensure safety. We are not really supposed to play any part in the economic structure of Revachol.
Okay, what else?
We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station closely. It prevents confusion and overcrowding.
And I see, and if someone resists?
As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in the watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power.
Wait, so if I kill someone while on duty...
You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually your witness. Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best.
So he's basically saying, don't do it because then I have to be interviewed. What happens to the people we convict?
We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Couron and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them.
He taps on his coat pocket where he keeps his notes. And who makes all these rules?
The coalition government and the moral intern more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less.
His gaze is absently fixed on a window below that just went dark.
Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM.
Let's say it was the citizens of Revachol.
Be sentimental if you like. Either way, the moral intern leases us the right to keep the peace in this city, and they will take it away if we misuse it.
Or
Got
if
it.
they think you do.
The Moralinton, what is it?
The Moralist International are the
Linton.
world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed.
If I didn't know, how would you describe them?
They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world.
What do you think of them?
The moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen.
What do they believe in?
What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just technocrats.
Those others say they continue the humanist project set forth by Dolores Day.
I don't know who that is. What is their symbol?
Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that.
Something kind and usual. Something almost self-explanatory. Something like the dark blue, serious color of the early night sky above.
Who is Dolores Day?
A historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me.
I have an opinion on the Moralinton. Do I?
Do you?
Do I? I don't know. It's hard because like here it's so terrible. I don't think that things are bad out here because... They've done an awful job here. Have you seen this place? This isn't humanism.
We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the HeyAmarii. Without them, we are simply vigilantes.
That's true. Maybe we should make our own law.
Spoken like a revolutionary, not a cop. But hypothetical aside, in Martinaise we already are vigilantes. At least the Union thinks so. I expect our job here to prove quite challenging.
He looks at the roundabout.
The lights of the orphan district are reflected in his glasses, the red and golden orbs of the motorway sliding like pearls on a string from east to west as Revachol commutes back to the suburbs. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Monday is over.
Thank you for this. Oh wait, say nothing. Just look into the night.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. An aerostatic passes overhead, the whiskers of its floodlights on the ground below. Kitsuragi's glasses light up as he looks to the sky. 2 glowing circles.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid.
Yeah.
You know. It's different in land, in Jamrock and the GRIH.
He pulls on the cigarette. Why are they like this?
It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. It's like I told you, this place is an orphan, fallen between the cracks.
And in Jamrock and the GRIH?
We run this city. West of the river is RCM land.
He looks at the dark silhouette of the equestrian monument cutting into the night sky.
It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works, our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate.
I hope our investigation will help improve the situation here, at least do some good.
Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
He is very tired, but the dark circles under his eyes make him look younger, not older.
Thank you for this.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
He puts out the stub of a cigarette and looks to the door. Now we go to bed. Did he comment on my running? Because I actually do just like double click and run everywhere. See you in the morning. Oh God. That's what I'm gonna sleep on?
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
Don't know
The
about
option
this.
to go to sleep becomes available every night after 9 p.m.
Crawl in. I need a free
The
place to
sheets
stay.
feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes. And then sleep. And then sleep doesn't come.
That went weird. But I want to sleep.
Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening.
Why?
Maybe it's the bed's fault.
Well, roll to the other
It's
side.
a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it?
Who killed him? Who?
Something to do with, what was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves.
No more thoughts. Fall asleep now.
Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
Ooh, I'm dreaming. It's
Do you
me.
remember the scent of your childhood?
I remember nothing.
Do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
Tell me what this is. I'm not answering before you tell me who you are.
You know who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her, and then later in the streets, wandering. It's the worst day of all time, Harry dear.
Is that my name?
It's coming. She will hear about it on the phone. Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Tell me, do you remember the love of your life?
No, not at all. You said who?
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs, between her legs and in her mouth?
I feel like I was left, not I left. My behaviors speak as someone that was left. I was left.
That's right, funky baby.
Funky baby.
And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy.
Harry is my name.
Where the hell are yours?
I don't know. I can get it all back.
No, it's gone.
Oh, it's gone.
3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
What is Elysium?
Everything. The pale and the useless. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them.
What? 4.6
You
billion people I
really
failed?
fucked up.
I can come back from this.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours. Bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
Well, I'm trying to solve this case.
You're trying to what? I can't
Solve.
hear you.
Solve.
This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
There's another type of hangover?
Oh yes, party boy. And it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry.
Did I sleep with my clothes on?
Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Beautiful singing voice. My morale is healed. Okay, so I do need sleep to heal these up. I could go to the convenience store to get this, but I also think I could pick up my dice today. Pick up my dice first. Important.
Good going, buddy.
Oh my god, what the hell was that?
Oh, just a dream. You have ones like that all the time. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
I don't know, I look like I feel better. What the hell is going on with me?
You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
Why is this happening?
It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some.
I was high for like a whole day. High and
You're too
hungover.
weak to say no now. Waking up is the worst part. Maybe somewhere down the line you could decline.
Wait, what is speed?
Speed is a potent central nervous system stimulant. It kept you propped up all day yesterday, despite your debilitating hangover. How else did you think you even got up from this floor? It's power, man. It's professionalism. It makes you feel like you're young again and ready to detect. Ready to go to war against the world.
Okay. I thought I have a drug here. There are different ones. Opt in, but then I have to go find it. Like, I actually have to just go find it, or I say no. Oh, that's right. Kuno had some, right? Amphetamines? Sure. I need to get more of it then. Detecting is my life.
Of course. Martinaise is speed central. You just gotta poke around. Follow your nose.
This game is turning
You
me
and
into
Speed
something.
will be happy again. You will make her come home. This time, it will be different.
I don't know why I'm agreeing to this. I am Tuesday. This was my Monday tasks? Oh my gosh. Okay. I have a lot of tasks. Whew. Hello? Lieutenant? Can I go through here? He locked me out. How dare he? Man, we gotta make 20 every night?
The door is closed. Still nothing.
I can't knock on Kim's door either. Oh, here, these guys. So I can go and do this now. And I will also explore. I will explore more. Oh, he's downstairs already. Good morning, Kim.
Morning.
Morning.
Looks like we can get to work at once. The Union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
What do you mean, rowdy?
I mean ungovernable.
Oh.
Martinaise isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the Union. These men here, men who drink beer for breakfast, there's talk
My
of
kinda
an armed wing of
guys.
the Union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them.
Yeah, let's roll. I don't need those
One more thing
questions.
before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Oh,
Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms. But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
why wouldn't I talk to them though? Why wouldn't I talk to them now? Where is it? Where is it? Wasn't it here?
Can I help you?
Oh, I don't want to pay right now. I don't have money to pay. Hello,
Just a moment.
Lena. The old woman turns back to the cafeteria manager.
She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edge of her blanket.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
The cafeteria manager appears genuinely apologetic.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
Sorry, ma'am. I didn't mean to eavesdrop on your conversation. Tell me how I might make it up to... That doesn't sound like me. Good day, ma'am. Everything all right?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie.
Sweetie.
I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working. The Union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast.
And Gary's phone is dead too.
What's wrong with the phone line?
The manager was vague about it.
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later. Ask God, maybe.
Why do you need to use the phone anyway?
To let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them.
Is your husband the guy in the back?
I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
She looks down.
A little missing persons puzzle might just be the thing to take your mind off the hangover.
Okay, I'll buy it. Has your husband gone missing before?
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
A cold breeze hisses through dense thickets of reeds. Something sweet in it, somnolent. A damp chill goes down your spine. When you look around, you're still in the whirling in rags.
But you have more important things to worry about.
What is this expedition your husband was on?
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the waterlock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
Wait, who is this Gary person? Do you trust him?
Oh, sweetie, it's nothing like that. Gary's as loyal as they come. I trust him with my husband's life any day.
Are they in a rough neighborhood?
There's a nameless old fishing village nearby, but we've never had any trouble there before. There is a lot of crime around here, isn't there?
I can't say it's the best part of town, but I wouldn't worry too much about a pair of grown men traveling together.
Some fringe science is exactly what's needed right now. Spice up that vanilla murder investigation.
Yeah. This sounds like police business. I'll help you find your husband.
Are you sure we have time to go chasing after bug hunters just now?
Yeah.
I did suggest we play it cool, but...
I've already given my word. I'm honor bound to uphold it.
If you say so.
Thank you, officers. Truly, I'll be right here if you come across any sign of Morel.
Okay, the water lock on the canal is broken. Oh yeah, it said Wednesday, but tomorrow. So your husband is probably just stuck on the other side of the coast.
Oh my. What happened to the water lock?
I really don't know.
Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful. To both of you. You've spared me another sleepless night.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
I'll look for him.
The quest for knowledge is never over.
Never over, Encyclopedia.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
If I see him, I'll let him know you're here. When or if I get there.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
So your husband is some kind of scientist?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
A zoologist. A cryptozoologist, to be more precise.
I like that she says it with a pinch of pride. What is cryptozoology?
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
The lieutenant sounds unimpressed.
That's one opinion, yes. And people are entitled to their opinions.
She's used to playing off such insults casually, but they still affect her.
Oh.
My apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to undermine your hobby.
It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious. Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research.
The quality of research at Revacholian universities has been on the decline, but you doubt there was ever a time when cryptozoology was embraced by the academic elite.
Tell me more about Morel. Looks, character, your relationship.
Oh dear. I'm not sure where to begin.
What does your husband look like?
Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his palms are quite coarse from all the field work, but he's quite gentle.
You can't go around Revachol feeling grown men's hands. If you want to find her husband, you'll need more concrete information.
All right, let's try again. Why don't you just try describing him as you would one of your cryptids?
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame, and he has longish white hair, usually a bit uncombed. You might say wild, even.
Like a wizard, then.
The lieutenant pulls out his notebook and begins jotting down the woman's
All
description.
Kim's into it.
One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, you know, just in case.
How long have you been married?
We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn. Not the most numerically satisfying anniversary, but I like the less obvious milestones even more somehow.
How did the two of you meet?
Via dating agency, I'm ashamed to say. I was looking to get back into the scene after recovering from my accident, and he'd just divorced. We hit it off, and, well, here we are.
She smiles wistfully.
She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later.
I think I have all the information I need. Let's move on.
I hope I've been useful.
Ooh, wait. Tell me more about this rare insect your husband is looking for.
Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating.
Ooh, tell me.
I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
No, I want to hear about the insect.
Well, it's a phasmid, technically, but...
What's that? But what?
Ah yes, Phasmatodia, a diverse group of insects whose bodies resemble twigs, leaves, that sort of thing. Ghost insects.
Oh, like
colloquially.
a stick insect? Or like some praying mantises look like that?
Where other phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself among the reeds here on the Insulindian coast. Hence its name, the Insulindian phasmid. Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering the phasmid with us, officers.
I will.
I knew it. We're gonna be chasing made-up insects with cryptozoologists.
Yeah, you're gonna enjoy this, Kim.
It's not made up, officer. I can assure you. It's simply elusive, so much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it exists at all.
Is it valuable?
Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for the money, sweetie.
Does it have cool powers?
Yes. It can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds. It's how it stayed hidden all these years. Centuries, even.
What makes you think the phasmid is around here?
Well, some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper about their encounter with a ghost insect that looks like the reeds. Gary sent us the clipping.
So newspaper clipping is all the evidence you have.
Of course, most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the Insulindian phasmid perfectly, and they didn't even know what they were looking at.
Enthusiasm has wiped the worry from her face. Her eyes sparkle behind her glasses.
Aw, you seem really excited about this cryptid.
I suppose I have something of a personal connection to the Insulindian phasmid. All scientists have their little hobby horses.
Is it dangerous, though?
Not at all. Why else would it hide itself so carefully?
Okay, so what's so special about the stick bug, then?
Oh dear. I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very well. It is very special.
The woman's face flushes with embarrassment.
Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Then you'd understand, I'm sure.
What is this? Maybe you could convince her to tell you about some cool cryptids?
You're an enthusiastic idiot, but you're still an idiot.
I want to know everything about cryptids. Living cryptids, extinct cryptids, marine cryptids, land cryptids. Bring it on.
We don't have time for cryptozoology 101.
Okay, fine.
Let's get back to work, shall we?
That's all for now, ma'am. Fine, fine, fine.
Let me handle this.
The woman says to the crowd in the mess hall before turning to you.
Officer Discotheque?
I like
Still
that.
wondering if we listen to disco? We don't, by the way. We don't listen to disco anymore.
Why not?
Her entire character has shifted. This young woman is cold as ice.
I wanted to know what kind of music you listen to. I was just curious.
Sure. You were curious. I'm not a gardener, by the way.
Oh.
I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union.
She crosses her arms. She
So
lied
let's
to
get
me.
to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that will help you?
I didn't even know who he was.
Maybe he does.
She points to the man on her right.
That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinaise does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest, if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
What's your role in all this?
Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you have hearing problems?
What if I want to talk to you, not Titus?
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinaise, you are no one.
Okay, but I really want to know, what kind of music do you listen to?
She looks as if pondering whether to answer or not, but then shakes her head slightly.
Damn it.
Melodic dance music. You wouldn't get it.
Dance music? Basically disco. I know all about it.
No, not disco. Disco is undead.
The hell it
I guess
is.
it's fair to say you guys have it on life support.
A lot of people out there appreciate a good disco breakdown.
I don't care.
Okay, let's put on a new
Let's.
record. Why are you so aggressive? Why is she mad at me?
Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
Who murdered somebody?
So you were spying on us, and now you represent murder suspects. Just dock workers.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
Fuck yeah.
The tall, broad-shouldered man takes a sip of his beer.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
I don't know where you heard that, but it's wrong. The RCM is principled and strong, unlike you. Yeah, let's do that. Let's ask those questions.
Let's.
What are you going to do to me? The lieutenant is not satisfied with the approach.
What are we going to do to you?
Oh, she's evil. It's a cold laughter devoid of joy.
The Union isn't going to do anything to you. It is not a crime syndicate.
Sure.
It is a labor organization.
Goddamn right it is.
If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. But we digress.
I should talk to Titus then. Well, I guess we're doing this now. What's this? It's a bowl. There's spit in it, reeking of tobacco. Ew. Photos of men in overalls toting guns and Union placards. We see hawthorn bushes outside. Okay, we'll save here. Why wouldn't I talk to these people? That's the thing. Yeah, I will talk to them.
This is where you say your bit.
A broad-shouldered man points to you with a beer can.
Detective.
The lieutenant acknowledges you with a sharp note. He's leaving it to you. We need to talk about the man hanged out back.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that won't.
You're sure taking your time. Waiting for him to get ripe and pretty for you, huh?
Oh, he was a real pretty boy by now. Real hot stuff. Letting out that pretty boy smell.
Time to go to work in the shit factory!
Easy, boys. These janitors have a hell of a job cut out for them. I mean, I wouldn't go in there for $1 million.
He slaps his forehead.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Scan the room.
No. I's here. You got business with my boys. You got business with me.
He understood what you were doing, taking inventory of them.
Yeah! You fuck with the Hardy boys, you fuck with Titus Hardy!
They so did it. Shouts the scrawny rat-faced man, 2 teeth missing in the front.
Relax, Dennis. No one is fucking you yet.
Says the 40-something man from the corner with a plectrum hanging from his neck. What's that?
Yeah, Dennis, calm down. No one's fucking you, you stupid fuck.
Let Dennis enjoy his fucking, man. We don't mind.
You notice gang tattoos. The man must be either Misk or Sarah Mirizian.
Yeah. You're not even being fucked, Dennis.
Easy, fellas. We got company. Let's see what brings the cop around.
Too late. You already scanned the room. You got a pretty good picture.
Got
Good.
it.
You could take another look at the tracks in the yard, on the crime scene. See if they fit this bunch.
Yeah, I could. The man hanged in the backyard. Did you do it?
The pretty boy. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Why is there a container belt around the dead man's neck?
Container belt? Like we use in the harbor?
Yes, why?
Because we took it from the harbor where we work. Then we went out back and used it to hang him. We did this together, all of us, until he was dead. That's why there's a container belt around his neck.
There's a catch hidden somewhere. He didn't confess so that you could take them all away. It's too simple.
Squint your eyes, but there's a catch.
There is no catch. These 7 honest men have all equally come forth to tell you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time.
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic.
Why don't I just arrest you?
Yeah, lawman. Why don't you?
It's almost an anthropological sight, watching him try to assert dominance over you.
Not in the arresting mood?
His mean little eyes come alive with hatred.
By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his holster. You hear the nylon of his coat hiss as he steps closer.
Yeah, Kim.
While the little rat-faced man reaches into his sleeve, there's a knife in there. Some of the others reach for their belts. Their eyes are light.
You confessed to murder. I'm taking you in. Step
Look,
even closer.
coppers, I know you think you're doing your job here, but there are 7 of us and 2 of you.
Oh, Titus opens up his vest, revealing a holstered firearm.
That's an Easter 50, a Ziemsk-made monstrosity. It'll blow your head clean off. Almighty God. Even Dick Mullen only has a 45.
Is he gonna really do that? Is he really gonna shoot me? But then I don't. Why would he confess? I don't understand. Just seemed you're under arrest. Grab his wrist. I don't know. Am I like strong enough to do that? He threatened me. He threatened me by showing the gun. But why? The Union. He's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it. You're under arrest. Grab his wrist.
The last thing you hear is a little murmur. Not a blast. Not an echo. No one screams. It's more dead cops.
Oh my God.
From the district of Martinaise, as the bodies of 2 police officers are found floating.
They killed
in the
Kim
canal.
too?
It is believed the officers were pursuing a murder investigation, but got caught in the dock workers' strike.
Maybe I do have to
and were
go to
gunned
the
down
local union
under
leader.
unclear circumstances. Such needless loss of life is truly tragic, a local union leader, Everett Clare, commented, and added that although the event is truly horrid, we can expect similar incidents to follow if right-wing vigilantes are allowed to run around uncontrolled and try to wriggle their way into well-organized neighborhoods.
Well-organized? Come on. Okay, so Kim did mention that I don't have to speak to them yet. So maybe I should. Maybe I should explore and find... Oh, there's money there. And find, I don't know, something else. We'll explore. And... oh, I don't have the prompt yet for this thing, but I can go get my dice. I want my dice. I need a flashlight. Flashlight. What if we turn this off? Maybe after a day it'll like unstick.
Somewhere in the dark.
Okay. Maybe it'll defrost if I leave it. Let's go get our dice.
Oh, it's you again.
I came back to pick up my die.
Excellent. That will be 10 real for one set of magnetic dice. This was an especially fun set to make.
She says as she opens her drawer and hands you a sparkling pair of dice. Look at them.
Dazzling. It's like you have a pair of tiny disco balls in your hand.
Awesome. Can I do this? This is where I took off my pants, right?
Aside from getting naked, you're not sure what else to do.
I guess I can try those often, right? Oh, that's not it. My magnetic dice set. 100-side dice are made of ivory and inlaid with magnetic lodestones. When rolled together, pips in the dice interact with each other by pulling and pushing just like magnetic personalities. Note, look at the map tab in journal to see which white checks have opened. Mirror? You mean I can go back to the mirror? Oh, and change my expression? The Hanged Man. Damaged ledger. Oh, the ledger in my pocket. Can I redo that?
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside.
Oh.
It's barely held together.
Open the hidden compartment in the clipboard.